What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Suicide Squad in 2024. We're finally here, and we finally get to talk about it going into a year that the game releases. So I just kind of want to talk about some of the roadmap ideas in my head, how I kind of see things playing out. Obviously, we're going to have many more videos on Suicide Squad specifically, and as I've said before, like January on, we're going to get probably review codes being sent out to people, and it's going to be very, very quick. By the time this game comes out. It's not going to be that long at all. So, well, let's just start there. So how do we start the year? Well, I don't think it's all that long before people have it. Not necessarily me, by the way. I never try to throw myself into that kind of group because I just flat out don't know. But I imagine that, within 2-3 weeks of January, this game comes out very, very early February. So probably middle of January, codes will be given out. And then by the end of January, probably just a few days before the game releases, you'll get those reviews out. So it's going to be a pretty fast and furious, race to the finish line. We don't have much time once everybody kind of comes back from this winter and holiday and Christmas break. It's not going to be that much longer before the game is literally out in the public. So if you thought that the leaks, even though the leaks, back and forth and all this drama online, if you thought that was bad, you just wait, because probably looking at the calendar, within 2.5 or so weeks, the game is going to start making its way out there. And that is where the game will, I think, seriously start to get leaked out. This is where the mom and pop shops of the world accidentally sell their games, a few weeks early, give people a bundle that's not supposed to be a bundle, things like that. So that's how I see it starting. The game will come out, obviously. I hope at least it comes out right. It'll be something for sure. And then the roadmap after that, well, as I've said before, a game like this, definitely the way they're positioning it, needs constant support. And at least based off of Miller Ross and at least based off what we've heard, now that could very well not turn out to be true, but obviously it could. It seems like they have a plan very quickly, right? That every so often, multiple DLC characters, he's already kind of leaked out there. So I imagine you're not going to have to wait too long. And to be honest with you, once the initial wave of, the controversy and maybe the hate, maybe the love, maybe whatever for the base game, once that's over, I mean, that's going to be like, a very fiery couple weeks, maybe the first few weeks of February. But when that's over and, the dust settles, it's a game that's out there. You're playing it. Once it's over, obviously this is meant to be a game that's supposed to, last long term. So I hope that they have future plans and they do it quickly. One of my main gripes, and hey, look, I'm not a developer for these kind of things. I'm not even a big fan of these kind of games. So you could say, what do I know? And that's totally fine. But the thing that always bugs me with all of these games is you make a game that's supposed to last long term, and even if you have a roadmap for it, the implementation, right, getting those things out, always takes too long for me. I can look at a specific one of like a Crash Team Rumble, right? I mean, that's a game, that's my jam. I freaking love that game, even though I don't think that game ever needed to be created. And they have a roadmap, right? They've had multiple seasons, multiple characters. Why it takes so long to get these things out there, I don't know. And you kind of see the game slowly die before any of these things even release. So for Suicide Squad, I just want to see it be done, quickly with like a sense of urgency, right? Every month or two. And I mean, that's a steep expectation. I don't even know if that is my expectation. That's my want, right? I would hope that they do something like that. Every month or two, you drop a new character. And if they have story stuff that goes along with them, you drop that along with it, right? But just something to kind of keep it going. If you want this game to last long term, don't go 3, 4, 5 months before you do an update. And by the way, from these leaks, from even like Miller Ross, let's say, it doesn't sound like they're going to wait all that long. It sounds like there's a plan. It sounds like there's plenty of things they want to release once the game is out. And so hopefully we don't have, too much longer to wait on it. So that's kind of what I see. I mean, obviously with the game coming out so early, there's not that much more, what I mean? We're not at a point of, hey, do they need to show anything else? No, maybe another insider episode or whatever, but we are really at a point where I could see 3 weeks from now the game leaking, the game being out there. So, just prepare yourself, I guess, for that. And then maybe 4 or so weeks from now, the reviews are out and the game is out. And then we kind of just get to judge it, and then we'll see how long it lasts. I've said it before, I'm not really playing it for that part of it. I don't care if it lasts 2 months. I don't care if it lasts 7 months. Obviously, they care. They want it to last, X amount of time, however much, they've circled in the internal calendar. I don't know if it will. I have my doubts. I've always kind of had my doubts. But you know what? If you have a solid cast that you're going to be giving beyond, just what we have, which we know they've said that out loud, right? It's just the leak part is the extra part. I think it can work. So we'll see how long it lasts. We'll see how long I'm playing it, but I hope to play it obviously at launch and see it through, and then see what they bring to the game afterwards. I mean, I'll be trying for as much as I say I'm not a big fan of these live service type games. I'm definitely willing to try out every one of the DLC characters, especially as I keep saying, I want there to be like story stuff. Give me some sort of like cutscenes, whatever, but like some sort of quest line, right? 3, 4, 5 missions that really bring the character into the world. Don't just drop the character and say, okay, you can play as them now and just repeat the same missions that you've been doing. That's not, for me, that's not going to fly. And I don't think they're going to do that, but that would not work for me. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.